Alright, welcome to the workbench. So, we've got some KISS flight controllers here. And, well, two of these are dead. So, this flight controller and this flight controller, both of those have had some pretty bad crashes and haven't survived the process. This flight controller, on the other hand, this one works perfectly fine. It's just that in the soldering process I overheated something, and this little pad here you might be able to see has pulled up off the board. So this one works, but that little leg there means that, well, we really can't use that board anymore. So today we're going to try a bit of an experiment. What we're going to try to do is we're going to try to remove the two good chips off this flight controller and move it onto one of these two boards. Of course, we need the incorrect tool for the job. And here it is. This is my hot air rework gun. Yeah. If this doesn't work, whatever. If it does work, well, we'll learn something in the process. Let's start the process of taking the dead chips off our Frankenstein board here and preparing the pads and everything for the new chips that we're going to put on there. There it goes, and we'll just keep things warm but not hot. And now we'll take the gyro off. Heat coming in. There it goes. So what we're going to do next is we're going to sort of clean the old solder off these pads, and we're going to re-tin them. Let's just clean the tip. Alright, yeah, still smells a little bit like eucalyptus. We've got our donor board, our working flight controller, in the vise here. And what we're going to do is we're going to heat these up again, and we're going to remove those working chips. Now, before we do that, and ask me how I know, take a photo of the board, because you will forget the directions that the chips go. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so they came off really nicely, really cleanly. What we're going to do is we're going to set back up again, and we're going to attempt to put the chips, those chips that we've just taken off, onto our Frankenstein board. Let's see how we go. What we're going to do is we're going to start with our gyro chip. So here's that little guy there. So this is hopefully the good one, the working one. He's going to go here. So we want to make sure that when we put him on, that he's in the right orientation. Just going to put a drop of flux on there. And what we're going to do is we're going to heat that up and see if we can't reflow that solder down. I think we got it. It's a bit hard to tell. It's a bit hard to see whether the solder has reflown or not. But yeah, it feels like it's stuck down there. Oops. So let's get our microcontroller back on here. So what we want to do is we want to line up our pins on our chip with the pads as best as we can. Let's get the heat gun and let's see if we can't reflow that down. There it goes, you can start to see the solder get shiny. And that's it. Now the last thing we need to do is we need to put a 3.3 volt regulator back onto this board. So we're going to take our known good board and we're going to remove that 3.3 volt regulator and we're going to go and put it back on the other board. There's the regulator. And then just tuck it down here. And this leg. Not the neatest job in the world, but that'll work. We'll plug it into the computer and we'll see if it connects to the GUI. Here it is. And let's see if the magic blue smoke comes out. Power. USB device not recognized. Let's try again. No. But, I don't know. Okay, so I had another look under the microscope and I found another solder bridge on the MCU. So let's plug it into the laptop again and see if it comes up. GUI running and plug it in. And device setup. COM4 connect. We're connected. Data output. Oh, nothing from the gyro. Here's the little guy. Now, I've had a bit of a look around at some of the signals coming in and out of the microcontroller and the gyro on the oscilloscope, and what I found is that the clock signal for the I2C bus that goes from the microcontroller to the gyroscope, the clock signal isn't making it from here to here. Now, I've put the board back under the microscope and I've had a feel of each of the pins on the microcontroller, and actually there's quite a few that are not soldered down properly. So that will explain why there's a loss of communication between the MCU and the gyro. Okay, that looks good. Alright, let's try that again. So what we're looking for is we're looking for clock, and we're looking for I2C data coming out of this chip and going to there. And I'm going to probe the clock, and there's our clock signal. Right, that's what our clock signal should look like, so that's good. And then we're going to probe our I2C data pad, and that's what we expect to see. There's our I2C data. Need to hold it there really still, let it initialize. No, put it on the bench here. There it goes. And there's our data, right? There's our gyro. That, I guess, is how you take the chips off one flight controller and put it on another. As I said at the beginning, it's probably not something I suggest that you do. You know, the trust level of this flight controller is going to be pretty low. And you know, I don't really have the right tools to do this, but yeah, it certainly is possible. So thanks for watching. If you like it, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, well, give it a thumbs down. And if you want to see more videos like this and more flying, you know, hit the subscribe button. See you later, guys.